Welcome to today's video, and we are looking at a Einhell planer. This is the TE-PL 900 900B 900 watt planer. Now, I did look at some cordless versions, as you probably noticed on this channel lately. We have been reviewing a lot of cordless Einhell products which I've been purchasing and using in my job, and I will be doing some updates on those tools very soon, so keep your eye on this channel. Now, I've just got this one. This is a corded one, it is not a cordless one, and the reason I bought this is because I wasn't really sure how well the cordless one is, and it seemed really expensive. Did the cordless one, it was £110 for the battery operated one. Didn't come with a battery. I do have Einhell batteries, but I do find the corded ones a little bit better, because then you know they're not going to run out of steam as you're using them. You know, the batteries aren't going to go flat. So this has just arrived. As you can see, the packing label's still on it. I purchased this off eBay for £55. In the shops, in the retail, off the shelf, would cost you around about £70, depending on where you go. So this was actually from the Einhell eBay store as well, so it's actually come directly from them and not a third-party retailer. So we're going to get this open now. Now, I believe this has already been opened. Maybe they've just checked it to see what's going on. Usual bump, instructions, guarantees, etc, etc, booklets to read, all different languages. Fairly sturdy, heavy, immediately noticed that. Looks to have a decent length of cord with it, and it does come with attachments, planer guides, etc, etc. So, anything else in the box? No, the box is empty. So we are going to use this on a job, which is why I purchased it. My planer, although it's still working, it's around maybe 10 years old now, and I have damaged it quite a bit, and I didn't like it either. It was a Ryobi one. I didn't really like it much, but I managed to slide through quite a bit of the cabling by not being careful. So that being said, this is the cord, as I mentioned earlier. Now let's see how long this is. I think, does it say on the box how long it is? No, it doesn't. Anyway, there we go. I'm just going to give it a guesstimate with my measuring. 1, 2, 3. So 3.5 meters, 10 foot of cable. That's important when you buy power tools that need to be plugged in, because quite often you get them, they've got this much cord on. That's no good to you. You need a decent length of cord with you. So this is fitted with a 3-pin UK plug, as you can see there. And I suppose a planer's a planer, isn't it? So it has different ways of getting the sawdust out. I'm not sure how you do it. This is the first time I've opened it, so we may need to observe the instructions. Oh, hang on, there we go. Now, from what I understand, this works quite well of extracting all your sawdust and shavings from the planer itself. Obviously, it's kicking a lot of the shavings off, say if you're planing a door. So normally planers would come with the dust bag, but if you've ever used one, you'll know they're absolutely useless. They do collect some of it, but not all of it. So it's sometimes better to have some sort of dust extraction, and that's what that does. So basically you just push that down and slide it in and out like that, and whichever way you want to put your dust extraction is is the way that you put it in. So it should seal that end off, and you should be able to attach a vacuum to that, or your dust extractor. Now, it comes with various depths. It goes up to 3mm, but it starts at 0, so that's where the planer blades are now. And if you put that on 3 now, it should take at least 3mm off. Standard planers normally do 2.5. So this could take a decent amount off. So from what I understand as well, again, I've not read any of the instructions, so I'm doing this off the bat. These look like standard reversible blades that you can remove. There's a spanner inside there and an Allen key so you can adjust them. Just come with a little rebating guard there that just springs up and down. So if you're doing any rebates, that's what that's for. Also comes with that, so that's a parking lever, so when you're placing it down like that, the blades aren't touching anything. So if you've been using it, they're still spinning, you should be able to just put it down without it catching anything on the surface. We wouldn't want to ruin the dining room table at the moment. Now, when I was doing joinery, I was always taught to lay planers on the side for that reason. These were the hand planes. Sort of got into the habit of doing that with electric planers, because they never used to have that on. Now most of them do have that on now, which does mean you can just place it down on the table like so. It has got quite a bit of weight to it, but that's to be expected. The trigger won't go in unless you push the button in. Again, standard thing, it doesn't lock. Obviously these type of tools are designed, if you have any accidents and need to drop it, it should turn itself off then if you let go of the trigger, for instance. It just goes back, can't be pushed back in. I did have an accident with a planer once where I actually planed off the tip of my finger. It hurt, let me just tell you, and I do know how dangerous planers are. I've also had my clothing caught inside the drum there by wearing loose clothing, so I do know how important it is to keep yourself safe when using tools like this. Now, it just comes with some accessories, and this again is off the bat. I'm just working out what things are, and that's good, nothing wrong with that. Find out what all these bits are. There you go, there's the spanner for removing the blades. Now I'm assuming that goes somewhere on the planer. You may remember me doing an angle grinder video, and the tool actually slotted into the handle. So there's obviously a guide for planing, clearly. It's got the measurements on. Let's have a quick look at the diagram on the side there. So I'm assuming this fits in there. Oh, that's your rebating guide, is it? Right, okay. That one don't quite fit. That one, is it? I bet you it's that one. Obviously I've been in the instructions now, and that does help quite a lot. And here we have some diagrams as to what everything does and how it works, obviously. So these guides that come with it are for doing the rebates, and obviously helping you keep the planer straight as well. So I've set it up as per the instructions, and my first thought was that was just a guide like you get on a circular saw, so you can keep these straight. And then obviously there's a bit more to it, because it's protecting the blade there from everything else. So when you're rebating it, you're not catching anything of yourself. Like I said earlier, I have caught my clothes in blades. Now, I said earlier as well that that was there for rebating, so it protects the drum at the side when you're not using it, and simply goes down to a depth there of how much you can rebate with this plane. So that's quite a handy little feature. Now, quite often you could use a router or even use a circular bench saw for doing a rebate, and that's quite a simple thing. There's various techniques and joinery of doing rebates. However, when you got a planer that can do it with this kind of setup, it does kind of make it easier. So the guide that came with it, the little one, like it's like a little ski at the side there, and there's a little measuring guide there and a small arrow. You might not be able to see that, but there's an arrow there with the guides, measuring guides there, which that is in that one there, that's inches, and it does the other side in centimeters. So there's another arrow at that side of it. So if you're wanting to plane, say 10 millimeters or a centimeter, you just line it up with that, tighten up your little toggle bolt, and that depth there should now be 10 millimeters from the foot plate. This one has a guide plate here, and I said earlier in the video it had measurements on it. So if you undo the screw, it tells you where they are there, inches at the bottom and centimeters at the top, and you basically line it up with just the end of this bracket here. And if I line that up at 10 millimeters or a centimeter, it's roughly a centimeter, I'm holding it in my hand, so that should now rebate 10 millimeters and 10 millimeters that way now. So that can be adjusted with this bracket. So that's quite a handy little thing to have on a planer if you're doing any rebating, of course. And quite solid as well. I mean, I will say that, I will give it that, it's quite solid. Not like some of these guides that you get with the circular saws that are absolutely useless. So yeah, nice little feature. You say it does feel quite sturdy, does this planer. It feels the business. Just feel it has a lot of quality to it. So there you go, 900 watt planer. What else can I say about it? I mean, I did see one years ago that had a setup where you could literally set it up like that, upside down, because that always makes it a lot easier than doing it from the top. So you can run your wood along the top like that, and it actually had brackets that supported it that bolted into the side of the planer. So I've not seen one of them for a long time, and this one has kind of impressed me with this little setup. Obviously thought about what they want to do with it. So that being said, we'll just take all these bits off now so you can see the setup again, how it just came apart. So I mean, it's a good idea to keep your little thumb screws in place so you don't lose them. Probably need to get a toolbox or something to put it in. Probably leave that one on there for now. Oh, before I forget, it does have 3 grooves in this. So the middle one there, does it see on the box? Now it does tell you there on the box, 18 millimeter maximum rebate. It's not bad for a planer. Doesn't say anything about with the grooves as yet. Let's just have a quick look in the instruction book again, see what it says. That's just basically so you could put an edge on wood. So, and the different depths, I'm just going to need to find out if they actually put the depths in. So say if you're just put an edge on the edge of a table or something like that, just find the groove that you want and run your planer along. Now, most planers I've come across, I've only ever had one groove in it, but it does a 45-degree angle, so it doesn't, I can't see anything actually in the diagrams of how thick they are or what the depth is. There probably is something in the reading literature. We've not got to that bit, I haven't read the instruction book, but if you can see there, they are different depths. So the middle one is the smallest one, the one on the left or your right is the medium one, and the one on my right, your left, is the large one. So that's got quite a big depth to it. So there you go. I think I've said and talked enough about this now. I'll let you make your own mind out. I will put some links in the description where you can buy these. Here in the UK there's a store called Wickes. If you are in the UK, you've probably heard of it. They seem to be quite good stockists of Einhell, and they do some really good deals. If you're in the trade, register for Wickes Pro, okay? You will get 10% off, okay? 10% off £70 is £7, so it's a big saving if they have got the best deals on at the time, obviously. I think Toolstation do them, and I think Screwfix do some Einhell products. I remember Einhell when I was quite young on building sites, and they were rated amongst the Makitas at the time. They seemed to disappear for a while, and now they've come back. That's not my video telling me they should be wrong, that means my pizza's burning, by the way. Just a minute. Okay, back. Right, there we go. I think I've done enough talking now on the Einhell 900 watt planer, and I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it. You're quite welcome to ask me some questions if you like about it. I will take it on a job this next couple of weeks. I have an external door to fit on an old frame, so I will need this planer to do that, which is why I bought it. I needed something decent to get the job done. Probably do another video then of me using it, and you'll get a better idea of how good it is. I'm the guinea pig with this, so if you're looking for a planer, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, because there will be an update on this planer very soon. And obviously they are what they are for the money that you pay for them. And that being said, if you want something really good, go out and spend £300 on one. If you've got £300, if you're just starting out, or if you're in Brighton thinking, hang on a minute, my overheads are way too high already, and this is a decent budget planer. And there you go, you can't go wrong. £55 I paid for it, and that's roughly the cheapest option I got. I bought it off eBay. I think it's a grade B, that's why it was £55. You can see the box had already been opened, but it is brand new, still comes with a guarantee. Can't go wrong for that money, I don't think. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking the video. If you haven't done that already, please go ahead and do it. The subscribers do help this channel. It helps us buy this equipment. It helps us further the channel, and I don't make any money out of it. The money that is made through the revenue goes on stuff like this, so we can do these videos. So we do subscribe and like to the video. Thanks for watching again.